Oh. Oh. Hello, hello, hello. How are we all doing tonight? I'm going to use a little. Okie dokie. That, get that. What the hell did I do with the microphone? Okay. Oh. Hello, Arlene. How are you this evening, darling? Well, that's a way to throw them around. Throw it around, lose it. You know, same thing, right? Okay. There we go. Hello, Sandra. Hello, Tina. How are you guys? So, how we all doing? Did we rest up? Are we all well rested? I guess I should put the top on that, huh? I hear it's helpful. Ah. Okay, there's one. Two. And three. Okay. Rest. What is that? I know, right? All right, what are we all up to? Okay. Pokey tool, pokey tool, pokey tool. All right. So what are we doing? What are we going to be doing? What are we making? Super sleepy.
Did you just pass out when you were typing that?
If I bolted or glued it to my desk, you think I could use that little cutter? Maybe. I think so.
There's a check. Outside.
No sleeping during a live stream. Oh, wait, you guys can sleep. I can't.
Go. Lay down.
You guys can sleep during the live stream if you want. But if you do, you know, I'll beat a bunch of dice together and wake you up. It's like alarm bells. Here's a question. Why do they bother to put this little suction cup on this thing? Because it doesn't work. What you making over there, Hedge?
I'm packing up the last of the orders that we paid for. The extra items that go in.
See how you are? Trying to be responsible and shit. I know. I know. These things never work. The suction cup never works. It's like you run like something through it one time and it's already fallen out. We should come up with a better way to attach it to the desk. Oh. So, who's opening up? Whose towns are opening up? What are they opening? What are your governors saying is safe to do? Because here they're saying, they said that last weekend, over the weekend, this past weekend, they were supposed to like open up retail stores and stuff. And so far I've seen like one nail salon and a hair salon, but really nothing else has changed. Oh, and our Hobby Lobby is open. The only difference there is from 9 to 10 in the morning. It is for seniors 60 and above, and for folks that have like health issues. So if you have like COPD or something like that, you can get in. I don't know how you're supposed to prove that. I just imagine most crafters, you know, most people would just walk up to the door of a store and go, yeah, I've got COPD. I get to come in, you know, but do you need a note from your doctor to go to the Hobby Lobby? Do you? Do you? But yeah, the Hobby Lobby is open. Joann's still isn't showing any signs of opening here. Michael's. I've got 3 Michaels near me and none of them are open. Tuesday morning is not open. All right. Aaron's here. Trouble has entered the room. Hello, Elizabeth. Oh, hi, Harry. Harry's home. Close the door. Well, that's a good thing or a bad thing, Curly. I guess depending upon how you look at it. I can't tell. Is this is a shade lighter, right? Amy?
I can't see anything over there with my glasses on.
It's lighter, right?
Yeah, just a smidge.
Okay. Yeah, it's lighter. Okay. Yeah, Arlene, I'm just holding it, kind of basically holding it down with my left hand. Cranking it with my right. If I can get this thing to go in here. Go in the hole, man. There we go. Okay. One more of these cut, and then I'm done with this thing for now. Okay. And then I can read chat. All right, here we go. All right, let's see. Till the 19th. Yeah, like, I mean, they're pretty liberal actually with what they're opening, but no casinos, no bars, no strip clubs. You can have your dining room open now if you have eat-in dining, but it has to be like every other seat. Buffets yet haven't quite worked out how they're going to be doing it. If buffets could be a thing of the past, guys. And that could be everywhere because they're not really sure how to handle that. No, these are outgoing. Yeah, in New York, I think it's going to be babysit, just like tiny ones. This is Eastern Tennessee. The bars never close. Right? Well, yeah, that's what I thought about Vegas, you know? Yeah, golf courses are okay. Skate parks, they're allowing for the moment, but like they're opening frisbee golf. Playgrounds are still closed. The parks have always been open, like as far as being able to go and, you know, sit in the grass and the green spaces or go for a walk in a park or something like that. That's always been allowed. But yes, they're opening golf courses, but like they're staggering tee times like every half an hour so that they know that people aren't going to be running into each other out on the courses. So it's kind of like baby steps, but the governor here is like, we have so few cases that he's willing to start moving a little bit. And I think he's kind of counting on other states that have travel bans in place to keep their people in their states until there's a problem. Hello, Kristen. Hello, Brenda. Yeah, we all know this is the Harry show. It's pretty much the Harry show. He just kind of, you know. I don't know what his aversion is to showing people his face, though. How come nobody can ever see your face, Your Majesty? Don't you sniff the air at me, you high kitty. You been hitting the catnip again? You been hitting the catnip again? Yeah, you're high, aren't you? You're high. It's a problem. You need to talk about it. You need kitty AA. You do. You need CNA, Catnip Anonymous.
Well, maybe if this dealer would quit giving it.
Oh, but I love you. You're such a spoiled kitty. All right, you gotta go. You gotta go, man. Go on. Scram. Move your butt. Go. No, keep going. Keep going. Yep, that's your spot down there. This is my spot up here. No, no, no. That's your spot. You stay in your spot. I'll stay in my spot. We'll be happy. Okay? I saw you sneaking up here. I have figured out that's how I'm going to keep him in the yard. I'm just going to grow catnip instead of grass. He'll never go anywhere because he's a junkie. Nope. Oi, 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 oi. Okay, we got that. We got that. I did that. I did that. We are golden. Okay. Yeah, I'll get extra cats, right? I'll go out in the backyard. There'll be 12, 15 cats. Look, when I'm using it, it won't stick. I want to move it, and it won't go anywhere. Then I'll be the crazy cat lady. Me and Brenda will both be the crazy cat ladies. You can see it now. Neighbors will hate us. Well, our neighbors hate us. My neighbors just think I'm some kind of crazy person. Constantly going out in the yard, taking rocks and bringing them in the house. Frank's like, anybody need a cat? Strip you one. Just put it in their order. Make it the extra present you send along with every order.
Special.
I picked this one out just for you. Oh. Yeah. See? It could be the gift with purchase. See here, when you have a lot of cats like that, and you know they're outside like yours are, and they're ferals technically. Here, because there's a rodent population in Vegas that's out of control, you can take them into the pound, trap them, take them into the pound. You have to sign a document that you'll come back and get them, and you can actually have them fixed for free, and then you can have a colony, basically, of feral cats that are, nobody can touch them. They're protected because they're fixed and they're not hurting anything, and you're the one that's feeding them. So.
And they kill roof rats.
And they kill roof rats. Red and pink and peach and marigold. And yellow. I hate yellow. Such a shiny, happy color. Light yellow. Yeah, so here you can have ferals. You just have to get them fixed. And then nobody can say anything to you. So you can have 40 cats in your yard as long as they're all fixed. Lime. You put the lime in the coconut. Hey, Sabrina. God, Craig's pissed off. Cat leaps out at you. I'm here. Holy shit. You better be real careful about that return policy up front, though, Brenda.
Likely get more back than you sent.
Yeah. You're like, no returns. Try to return it, I'm going to charge you twice. Yeah, I don't see that we're going to be opening the strip anytime soon because that's still all under construction. And they have a whole issue with, you know, construction and tourists. I just don't like it. I'm going to be cutting tags for days to finish this little project here. Cranberry. Mauve. Whatever happened to just plain old regular red, blue, green? Plum. And I don't know what we're going to call it. Periwinkle, kind of. No, periwinkle's more blue than that. Okay, put the paper away. Put the paper away, little girl. Okay. Falco will take your place. You've never seen these before? They have this one is actually from the Paper Studio over at Hobby Lobby. And this one's adhesive. All the paper in here is adhesive. It's all got sticky back on it. And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 colors in that one. And this one is actually from Sizzix. And this one's 87 sheets. So they're 12 by, I think they're 12 by 2. 2.5. I pick those up all the time. Love those things. Hello, Lady Wolf. Long time no see. You doing okay, honey? What, Falco? Falco made a song in the 80s. Huh? Yeah, it was a character in a movie. And he also made a pretty popular, he was a one-hit wonder in the 80s. And Edie Falco, yeah, was on The Sopranos, and she is Nurse Jackie. Good, honey. Glad to hear it. We started missing you. So I have to cut these dies out of all of these strips. And I'll get it done. Ugh. Right. That was the one song he had, the one hit wonder. It was Rock Me Amadeus. Thank you for reminding me of that. Now I'll have that in my head for the rest of the night. Thank you. Actually, kind of appreciate that. Harry's going to have to die. He laid his fat butt on my glue dangles, and now I have to change all the pins. Butthead. He literally bent every one of them. Oh, that little turd. He is such a brat. Okay, so I got mail going out. I didn't get any mail today. That's odd. Yes, I did get mail today. Yep, I got the ceramic pens in today. Oh yeah, you got to get those female cats fixed if you got them in the house, because if you don't, female cats, you can't have two of them in the same house, man. They will just rip it up. Yeah, as long as you claim them, they'll fix them for free because they keep the rodents down. I got to get an appointment to go get my hair cut because I can't see anything anymore because my hair is down to my nose. I hate hair right now. Can't believe he got up there. He laid on those pins and bent every one of them.
Are they actually bent or they just squeezed the side?
No, they're bent. I have to replace all the pins. Thanks, Arlene. Arlene's going to have to do a video because somebody in Kara's auction bought her a beautiful journal, and now she's going to have to do a video. Well, I'm really annoying in that I don't just let anybody cut my hair, because I one time had like 9 inches burned off. And so like now I'm like really uber protective of my hair. I don't use hairspray. I don't use curling irons. I don't use hot rollers. I'd never use a blow dryer because I don't put any heat in my hair. But it's gotten to the point where like my bangs they're really just to that point where they like get underneath my glass lenses. So like when I have my glasses on, they sit like right about here across my glasses and I can't see, and they get like behind my glasses and they poke me in the eye. You know, Laura's cats, last year, she was talking to me on the phone and they started yowling and she ran out there. Her damn cats were taking on a snake. This was a coordinated effort between her cats to take out this snake. Oh yeah, that's time to get it off. Curly doesn't mess with it at all. Yeah, Elizabeth, unfortunately, I can't because I have eternal migraines. I broke my back about, well, 20 years ago. I broke my back in 2000. And I I broke it in 3 places. And one of them is actually when you break your spine, it never actually heals. And so it's a little bit off center, and it's in my cervical, and it presses on my occipital nerve. And that is the nerve that feeds the head. So I have a constant migraine. It changes in severity, and it changes like the type of migraine that I have. You know, like sometimes I have like a light sensitive migraine. Sometimes I have sound sensitive migraines. Sometimes I have actual touch sensitive migraines. Like you can't breathe on me. And sometimes I just have this migraine that's just like everything. In which case I just go in my room. I lay on my bed. I curl up in a giant ball. I put a blanket over me. And I don't move for 2 days. But I pretty much have a migraine 7 days a week. Just depends on what the severity is. I can live with the sound sensitive ones, and I can live with the light sensitive ones. The touch ones drive me crazy. And Hubbard, bless his heart, has learned. Like, he can walk in a room and look at me and go, nope, not touching her. Good night, Karen. No, they're not trying to feed you. They're bringing you trophies so that you reward them. Actually, they're bringing it to you going, could you bring this inside, saute it in a little butter for me and throw some cheese on the side? So I live on ice packs, chocolate, and Excedrin. Because chocolate actually produces endorphins that are like the good endorphins that make you feel happy and reduce stress and pain. So I eat a lot of chocolate. I drink a lot of caffeine to keep my headaches at bay, and I pretty much live on Excedrin. No heart attacks or strokes for me. My blood's way too thin. I'd hate to think what would happen if I stopped drinking it. Although the truth is that I don't drink soda at night. Once I shut this camera off, I'm pretty much going to bed. And when I go to bed, I only drink water. So overnight, I drink water. Scary, right? A whole bottle. Amy's sitting over there going, really? She never sees me drink anything but Dr. Pepper. But I do drink water occasionally. Especially if I'm going to go get blood work done. I walk in, they just hand me a bottle. Sit up, sit down, drink some water. But sometimes I will go off the Dr. Pepper, and I will drink like just iced tea, or I will go off of it for a couple of weeks and I'll drink something else, like Fresca. But then I can't stand the migraines from it, so I go back to the caffeine because the caffeine reduces the headaches. Good Lord. So yeah, I feel for anybody who says they have a headache. I could get it fixed, but it would require that I go in and have surgery and have my spine fused. And I'm just not ready for that yet. Because technically, I was supposed to be in a wheelchair full-time about 15 years ago. And as long as I can still move around and I can still walk, and don't get me wrong, I have a wheelchair. I have a walker. I have an electric wheelchair. And I take it for things, you know, like if we're going to the Renaissance Fair, I take the wheelchair with me so that I have a place to sit down if I need to. I try to walk as much as I can. Christmas shopping is definitely an electric wheelchair activity. But I still have young grandkids, so I'm not ready to give up the fight yet. And I know once I have the fusion done, they'll want to do all 3 of them because I have 3 fractures. And that's a lumbar, a thoracic, and a cervical. And I know that that's going to put me in a chair full time. So that's a no. Yeah, that's a good plan, Arlene. But enough about my miserable, rotten head. Aaron, come on, give us a good topic to Google at and guffaw. It'll be fun. I can give you guys a sneak peek of the next video I'm working on. That'll be boring. Let's see. All right, I'll show you. So this is my next video that I'm working on. These ugly little tags. They're horrible. But they are kind of cool, so that's why I'm doing them. Here, this is an oddball. So I got these cool dies, and I have these. Oh my god! Thank you, Aaron. Okay, so yeah, I have these cool tags, and they're like perforated right here, so you can like fold them, and you can tear off the bottom piece. And so I thought these were kind of cool, and so I bought the die, and so I made these stupid little tags, and I'm still trying to work out what I'm doing with them. Amy hates this one.
What? Which one do I have?
This one.
Oh, I don't like that silver blingy thing. I don't know why.
She likes this one. I don't like the shape of this one.
I love that one. That's my favorite one.
I like this one. And I'm indifferent to this one. So, but that's what I'm working on because I have a video to do on these little tiny stupid tags. Because I'm running out of ideas, man. Not true. I'm just lazy. So I figured a tag video was worth it. Come on, I haven't done a good tag video in what, 2-3 days? The Waltons. I was thinking they'd probably be for like a, just a specific project, but I think there's something that, I want to kind of like, that's why I'm cutting a bunch of them. I kind of want to pre-cut them and have them in my stash, as like a tag I can grab when I need to put a tag in something. Instead of having to pull out and cut, I like to pre-cut a lot of stuff. So I'll cut like a whole bunch of them in different colors. And then if I want to use a tag in a specific color, I have something that matches, and then I can just decorate on top of it. So I always cut myself out, a set in different colors, man, like a rainbow of pretty tags. Well, I mean, that's a medical issue. Hubbard does it all the time. He's like, runs in the house, like, what are you doing? Like, I thought it was a fart. Okay. See, that's why I don't like to travel anywhere, because I will not get on a plane because I'm too lazy to take my shoes off at an airport.
That's
So
a lot of work.
it is. It's a lot of work when you're a fat lady. So I don't want to take my shoes off, and God forbid they decide to pull me aside for the personal search. I'm a germaphobe, so if they touch me, I'm going to slug somebody. I wonder if you could get...
Slip-on else. Slip-ons.
Yeah, but still, I mean, the effort of having to, like, flip them over and get my foot in and out of them, it's just too much. So I won't fly anywhere. I drive anywhere I want to go. And I'm always afraid when I go on a long trip. Like, I'm one of those people that plans my trip based on where the truck stops and bathrooms are.
I had to wrap it up in my thing for Rose's package.
Rose's package?
So happy mail.
Oh. Happy mail.
Happy mail.
Happy mail. It's officially used now. I think that's really why they make those little seat pads for older people. You know, like the little rubbery ones, the memory foam ones. It's not so that, you know, we're more comfortable in the car. It's so that in case we poop, we can, you know, get rid of it. And they all have zip-off covers that you can wash. Have you ever noticed that? Yeah. It's not a silicone butt pad. It's a poop-preventing pad. My OCD is going to make me fix these tickets. Oh, that one's really messed up. Oh, get up there where you belong, and you go back there. Okay, that's better. I feel better now. I know. I think everybody does. Like, okay, you guys have heard me talking about Gigi, my service dog. Here's the funny thing about Gigi. All the training she has, and she can do a lot of things. The one thing I can't do is put her in the car. Her bowels turn to liquid. She just does not like it. Even if I put her in the kennel, so like if I'm driving, like if I'm taking her someplace with me, I have to like cover her cage so she doesn't know she's moving, because she sits there. She's one of those stupid dogs that sits in the window and watches all the light poles go by. She makes herself sick. So like I have to put her in the kennel and cover her with a blanket. Yeah, they're old fart pads, yeah. Yeah, she literally makes herself sick in the car. It's funny. So now I have to plan, you know, truck stops, bathrooms, and open green spaces. And carry a few gallons of water in case she does lose it. I can pull the tray out of her kennel and rinse it off and put it back in. Oh my God. Yeah. Hags is going to love traveling across country with me. See, I'm not using it. I can't lift this sucker up for nothing. Run one set of dies through it, and that sucker will come right up off the table. You need to go to bed, but no, still on the internet. Go to bed. Well, in all fairness, he did just get that pizza. He must now consume it. Well, you both get in the car and have to poop? Oh my God. Karen, that's not nice. Gigi and Brenda had the same problem in the car. Erin wants to know if she watches the light poles go by too.
I've never seen Ginger in the car. I cannot find it.
No, but she's usually searching for a tree to squat behind.
Oh.
Okay, worst trip I ever took in my life. I drove from Seattle, Washington to Albuquerque, New Mexico with a woman who was 7.5 months pregnant. We got to a point where I handed her a plastic bag and said, figure it out. Because every 10 minutes she was like, I gotta pee. I gotta pee. I gotta pee. When I picked up Amy, she told me she had a small bladder. I was like, I ain't stopping.
I didn't drink anything.
You did so.
Yeah, I kind of did. I deliberately dehydrate myself when I know I can't go bloody.
Because you do have a small bladder.
I used to do it at work. I used to just not drink all day.
Yeah, because
I have to go every 10 minutes.
Tiny little bladder.
Yeah.
It's like the size of a pea.
Okay, we blame it on all 5 of the kids I had.
Yes, blame it on the 5 children.
I used to be like a normal person once upon a time.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I love when you go into a store and you go, excuse me, where's your restroom? And they go, we don't have one. It's why is it that public toilets are always broken in any store you go into?
But only if you really have to go.
But they're always broken.
I have bled all over myself. I have pooped on myself, and I have peed all over the place.
Yeah. What a steal.
There's nothing worse than the feeling of I've got a mess going on and I got to take the bus home.
I love it when it's like a store that's kind of in the middle of nowhere, like there's nothing nearby.
You have a restaurant.
You know, like they're the only thing on the corner.
Right.
And they go, oh no, it's broken. And you look at them and go, what do? Poop in the mop sink? I know you got a bathroom. What are you running out to a bucket behind the store? And then you look at them, and you go, do you sell food of any kind? Then by federal mandate, you must have a restroom. Give me the damn key. Why is it that when we get older, you would think that we would learn how to hold that ad infinitum?
Nope.
We would learn not to eat things that make us do these things.
Nope.
We would learn as adults. Is it that we are so deprived as children that we spend the rest of our lives going, I'm going to eat anything I want, even if it does make my tummy upset? And you sit there going, I identify.
Hi, my name is Amy. I have some issues. Is tonight a sharing night?
Protein bar. Yeah, that was a wicked thing. Ever since I had my gallbladder out, if I eat certain foods, I can shit through the eye of a needle at 30 paces with pinpoint accuracy.
Whoa.
Oh. And that surgery's no fun. Yeah. And we get the best conditions. High blood pressure, low potassium, and let's throw in some IBS. And just to make sure that
just for fun.
Little menopause, and just to make sure that we stay on our toes, we will end up with a bout of IBS the same day as our period decides, for the first time in 6 months, it's going to hit.
That's the thing.
It's a thing.
That's the thing. That has happened to me. My body's like, oh, your period. Well, here, have some of this too.
Hi, Carol.
Welcome, Carol, to our madhouse.
Hi, Rose. You know it's always interesting here, babe.
Oh, she just missed it. I dig into my stash.
Oh, Sean. Yep. Sean hates his period. Laura's got problems with her prostate. You are not bending those pins again, sir. I know what you're up to.
I dug into my stash, right?
Your personal stash?
My personal.
Your personal stash. Ooh, Rose.
Getting some goodies.
Mama busted into her personal stash.
It's not a lot, but it's one of my favorite things.
Yes, it's the shot show. What's the problem?
Hey, I think we can honestly say that Erin started it.
She did. What are you doing? What are you doing? Not you, baby. Here, wait a minute. We got to get.
Shit.
I got to get Rose dressed up. She's naked.
She had to put on her panties.
Mm-hmm. Erin, how did you get naked?
She just likes being naked.
Erin, I thought I dressed you up once already. Good gracious. Oh, did you see Erin throw me under the bus? You didn't do anything, Rose. At all. Amy's over there putting stuff in packages.
Some of it's for Miss Rose.
Blue panties. Blue panties. Yeah, I know. I hated my period. Like spot for day, bleed for day, spot for day. It was so hard.
I hate your guts. And all of the rest of you too.
Do you hate the 10 hairs that grow on my leg?
All of you. Every square inch, tip to toe.
But I have to shave seasonally.
Shut up. I got hobbit legs over here, and I bleed for 14 days out of every month.
I had to have a blood transfusion. Ooh.
Erin, I don't think Florida's ready for this swimsuit body.
Look at them this way, Erin. Go, it's a shape. It's oval, but it's a freaking shape.
Well, now I hate Arlene. She hasn't had one for 20 years. That bitch.
I haven't had one in 3 years now.
Yeah, and you came into the garage and you said something about periods, and I'm like, I haven't had mine in a month and a half. And she went, oh, and the next day I had my period.
I was happy for you. You're croning.
Blaming on you.
Oh, please. It's one period. You won't have one for another 3-4 months.
It's still happening today.
But it won't happen for another 3 or 4 months now.
I don't know about that.
I do. You're at that point.
It was terrible. And I was super freaking. I got angry. That's why.
That's why you were hangry?
Well, I normally get a little cranky when I'm hungry, but not like the time I was going to murder somebody in Target angry.
Really, Harry? I saw what you were up to.
Suck, Elizabeth. Mine lasts long enough to be 2 periods, but it's only one. And I need like the super pads and the super tampons, and then I still have to be 10 feet from the bathroom. Terrible.
Oh. Yeah, don't use an apple lady. I think that's what we do to our daughters when they like start getting hair on their legs just to be cruel?
I did not do any of those things.
Yeah, an Apple lady does not shave hair. It rips it out at the root.
It makes you only louder.
Ooh, Curly's getting a hysterectomy.
I know, she was telling me, and I was like, I hate you too.
Lucky Curly.
Because I think that's awesome. I would love for them to take mine away.
See, but they won't do this. We had this conversation the other day. Where were we? I think we were in May's live stream when we were having this conversation. You know, it's like, because it's a male doctor dominated world. Unless you're 35, 37, have had at least 3 kids.
I'm 49. I've had
They
5
won't do it.
kids.
But they still won't do it.
So that shit could be falling out of my hoo-ha,
Unless
and it'd be like,
you have
just
cancer.
tuck it back up in there.
Unless you have cancer, you're never going to get a male doctor to sign off on it. And even if you got your female doctor to sign off on it, then your insurance company would make you go to another doctor who happens to be a man who goes, oh God, no, don't take away the woman parts.
I would donate them to science. There's got to be something horrible going on down there.
Yeah. It's called puberty, womanhood, motherhood,
Okay,
menopause.
we don't all have the same level of EWE going on down there. Curly found a pro hysterectomy doctor. She needs to be passing that name out to all the old ladies.
No shit. Well, look at Alex. Alex is 31 years old. She has 3 children. She has endometriosis. She has heavy periods, debilitating periods, severe endometriosis. She's had fibroid cysts on both of her ovaries numerous times. And she's actually had 2 spots of cancer removed from her cervix, and they still will not give her a hysterectomy. I knew a woman once who had such bad endometriosis that her kidney actually fused to her ovary.
For the menopause.
Yeah.
Hysterectomy.
Yeah. You know, it's a male dominated practice, and you know, they don't want to do, you go in and say, I want to get my boobs done, and they're like, you want them bigger? And you're like, no, I would like to get them reduced. And they go, oh, well, that's a very complicated surgery. But if you walk in and go, I'd like them to be 4 sizes bigger, they go, okay, you sure you don't want 5? Because like,
My lunch mentally says, hey, we're not all that bad. He's right. He's right.
he's right. He's absolutely right. Because I know men that would be more than happy to let their wife have a hysterectomy rather than have to get a vasectomy.
No bashing on the men.
I know. Well, you got lucky. You got lucky, Arlene. What? Are you just gonna, you're just high as a kite, aren't you? I'm just gonna lay here. Come here, fat man. You gotta move. Go on. Go find some place to be that's not on my desk. No, you turd.
Good for you, Sean. Good for you.
Exactly. See, my husband did the same thing. He had 2 kids. That was it. Went and got his done. My ex-husband, I gave birth to 2 10-pound plus babies. because my first one was 10-pound 9-ounce. My second was 10 pounds 11 ounces, and he was a month early, fat little turd. And we had made it a deal that when I could no longer take birth control, he would go to the doctor and get it done. And nope, he put that crap off for like years. He felt sorry for you. I think that's only fair. They get to snip the cord when we give birth.
Oh my gosh.
My daughter's first husband had testicular cancer, and he only had one nut. So he went in to get a vasectomy after the third kid, and his third, her second. But he went in to get a vasectomy, and he looked at the doctor and he says, "Do I get half off since I only got one?" The doctor charged him full price.
Didn't even blink an eye.
Didn't even blink an eye. It just sucks they had to numb him up. Look, that ain't me. That's Brenda. She wanted to cut that shit live.
Things.
Sean, we love men. We really do.
I wanted my ex to get one, and he didn't want one. And I'm like, well, I'm not having sex anymore because I'm not that bad.
What, 5 kids was enough? You sure?
Only 2 of those kids were his. He was my last husband. And I was like, I'm done.
I know, right? Yeah, that was me, Arlene. I was 13 pounds 10 ounces when I was born.
Oh my God. That makes my vagina hurt.
Yep. They the nurses called me Ellie in the hospital. Short for elephant.
Oh.
I was the biggest baby born in that hospital till the day it closed.
Aw, Curly's got a good man.
Aww. Mine is when he's sleeping. Rose, you love him. You know you do. Don't even go there.
Aaron, I love hubby, but sometimes I'm going to push him off the balcony.
Yeah, there are days like that.
I'm sure he has that. I'm sure it's a mutual thing, though.
You ever just look at your husband, at your spouse, and go, what the hell was I thinking?
I looked at mine and thought, that kitchen knife would look good in his chest.
I'm going to do it, Harry.
But I got a divorce instead, so I think I did the right thing.
That's a good thing. Yes, self-control. See, you do have self-control, honey.
Only when it comes to not murdering people. Like, there's a line somewhere.
Sometimes you just want to shove a sock in his mouth. Exactly.
No, there are lots of good men out there. I just haven't met that many of them.
Well, you've met Mike.
I know, he's a good guy.
He's one of the good ones. He bakes, he cooks, takes care of the house.
One of my bosses at when I worked at the high-end retail store, her husband was a doll. He cooked for her. He cleaned the house.
Oh, that's just pussy whipped.
Apparently, she's real good.
Apparently.
He was a teacher. He was actually a really nice guy.
Well, if he was a teacher, he probably had shorter hours than her, and yeah.
She worked all kinds of hours with retail.
Yeah.
But he was a genuinely nice guy.
So that just made life easy. That was his end of picking up the slack.
He liked to cook. He's like you with your cooking stuff. He had his own pans. And when his daughter ruined a pan in his pan set, he went out and bought a whole new set. You know, it's that kind of thing.
Wait till they retire. Carol's all wait till they retire.
Curly, sometimes I want to shove a sock in his mouth. See, we all have our moments. We just don't always give in to them.
See, I have a
And I'm
retirement
sure
plan.
If they were all in here talking, they'd be saying some shit about us. You
I
know,
know.
they would. We all have our moments.
I have a retirement plan. It's a really good plan. And it goes like this. When he retires, because I am retired. I've been retired for a few years. When he retires, we are going to move someplace where we can buy some land, and he's going to have the F It All Ranch. And we're going to have a house where we live, and then I'm going to have a workshop, and he's going to have a workshop, and then I'm going to have my RV so that I can leave and go scavenger so I don't have to deal with him. We figure that will keep us married happily for years. Aaron says mine's retired. He retired at 49. He's lucky to still be alive.
Whoa. That's a real feeling right there.
Yeah, so I figure what I'll do is I will create a service, okay? I'm going to scavenger across America, and as I scavenger across America, I'll randomly pick up other female crafters and take them with me and then return them on the return trip. So I'll do like this flower pattern, you know, where I like pick somebody up, go for a while, I'll bring them back, pick somebody else up, go for a while. And I'll just make like this palm leaf thing. And then once my like trailer on the back of my RV's all full, I'll go home and dump it off and spend a couple of weeks in love with my husband, you know, and in my workshop while he's in his, and you know, putting my inventory into my shop and so on and so forth, and filming some videos and getting those posted, and then back on the road I go. You're back. Didn't I just squirt you in the butt with some water? I've got the bottle here, you know. I'll do it. Oh, no, you don't. Get off my desk. See, I'll consider it a community service. I'm saving marriages, one little scavenger trip at a time.
Everybody's like, yes, good plan.
It works.
Rose retire. Hell no, you best find something to do.
Oh, they find something to do when they retire. Annoy you. That is now their full-time occupation. Sean, we are not man bashing. We love you. You're one of the minority, the good ones. My craft room door has a lock. Aaron's all, I'm going. I'm a good co-pilot. No, she can't co-pilot. She has to sit in the back and relax. Amy sits in the little chair on the right, so that when we go over the bump, she can put her hands up and go, wee!
That's a true story. That's a true story.
Now, Aaron, I have to ask you, do you have any objections to going like 90 miles an hour in an RV? Because if I can get that puppy up that high, that's how fast we're going. She's well trained.
I'm well trained. I hardly ever have to. She's trying to take my spot.
That won't be a problem because we'll be in an RV. There will be a potty. You just have to make sure that I'm not going over the bumps doing the wee part when you're going wee.
Then I will be going wee.
You just have to remember, fetch me sodas and don't let them run out.
Don't let you bleed to death. No.
Don't let me bleed to death. And here's the thing. You also have to remember that we may get pulled over and stopped because I have a habit when people tick me off on the road of throwing pistachio shells at them as we go by.
This is awfully true.
And if you're going to sit in the passenger seat, you must be willing to sit on my beef jerky.
Why do you do that?
I know you do, Connie.
I'm a good friend.
And you do a good job, too. And it's the best butt jerky I've ever had.
Wow, that was such a little bullshit. What was that?
Oh, we're like, what the hell was that?
I don't see anything out there because I got my glasses on, all hazy down there.
I can go live in my she shed. I don't think you want me to smell any food. I shit in the Dollar Tree.
No, we do not like anywhere near the food.
No butt jerky for you. That's a strictly Amy job. She knows what she's doing there. That's what we'll end up doing. You know this, right?
What?
When we get older and our husbands all retire, it'll just be a whole bunch of women in a caravan. Just swarming craft stores across the country.
Chocolate candies.
We'll be having these meetings at night where we all sit around a campfire going, okay, where's the thrift stores for tomorrow? Did anybody find out if there was a craft store in this town? Oh, they have a scrapbook store? All the better.
Right, you're responsible for the yarn section. You're going straight to paper craft. You take care of fabrics.
Did somebody say estate sale? Oh, we're there.
Think about it. There'll be posts about us. They'll be afraid of us across the country at all the Goodwills and.
Rose is like, it sleeps 6 or 7, but we can squish in more.
We're fluffy.
If we lay them head to toe.
And boobs can be pillows. Just saying. Weird thing. I'm sure only half of us snore.
The butt jerky is kind of a joke because when I first picked Amy up and brought her up here,
I tucked it under my thigh when I got in the car.
We were driving up and I went to put it in this next to the seat, but it's a leather seat, so it like slid underneath. So I picked it up and I was like, okay, it's got to stay up here. And so it ended up under Amy's thigh, and so now I call it the butt jerky. She's the keeper of the butt jerky.
It keeps the jerky supple and easy to chew.
Keeps it supple.
Keeps it warm. It's good on the cold. I'm only really responsible for it on cold days.
I know, right? Could you see it now? You'll have Hobby Lobby in this town. Going, calling the Hobby Lobby in the next town going, okay, listen, there's this weird caravan of like old crafty women and they're coming to your town. Small craft stores will take the day off. They'll be like, don't come to work tomorrow, people.
The scrappy bitches are on their way. We saw the smoke signals from.
They're coming. They're coming. Hide your paper supplies.
Where your lace? Crazy crafter here.
Caravan is heading your way.
Perfect.
Don't you worry, Arlene. I'm getting a toy hauler so we can take you too. You and Laura just roll right in.
National Lunatics vacation. and they all have strolling farts, and some of them fart with common lumps. Oh my god! They won't let us in any stores if they find out that. We'll be able to clear out the whole store, though. Think about it.
Yeah, we could just take over a Hobby Lobby. We'll send in the oldest ones first. Feed them some cabbage the night before.
Get some strolling farts, yeah.
Go ahead and clear the store out for us, ladies. We got it, boss. Harry, get off my desk. I'm serious. I'm going to shoot you right in the face.
You are not. You've been threatening to do that for me. You've never once done it. You are a liar, liar, pants on fire. Oh my god, who's passing this? Gotta write the name on the front. I'm cracking up.
Oh, yeah, we'll mess with the Dollar Trees.
We'll just go in mass and rearrange the aisles.
Yeah, where it should be. Okay, does anybody else have their Dollar Tree getting the new craft section in? And if so, why is it in 2 damn sections? 3 if you count the stickers.
Because they don't consider that all crowns.
Hi, Sally. Like I went in the Dollar Tree the other day and they were putting in that new craft wall. And then, so like they had the craft wall and then 2 aisles over, they had paint. And then all the foam stuff is in the toy section and all the stickers are in stationery.
Because they want you to shop the whole store, says Erin. She has some wisdom.
I'm not going to shop the whole store. I'm going to go to the toy. I'm going to go to the toy department.
You completely.
I'm going to go to the craft store.
That store.
I have to.
Following you around, going, why are we even in this aisle?
And then I throw moon pies at you and you shut up.
This is also a true story. Doesn't take much. Here's some pretzels. Ooh. Nutter butter mini cookies. Ooh. And I just follow her everywhere.
And then Hobby Lobby, they put paper crafting here and the good paper up there with kids crafts in the middle.
That's a design flaw. Or they're hoping that the mothers will shop.
Yeah, go ahead.
Or they're hoping the mothers will shop the good aisle and the kids will be in the other aisles and they'll get more bucks that way. But you can still sort of hear what your kids are doing.
Sort of here.
Sort of.
Yeah, and they always put the clearance section right behind the kids section too.
So that the moms can shop while the kids go, ah!
Oh, Brenda.
What?
Yet somebody doesn't know what craft supplies are. Well, I'll tell you what. Dollar Tree is coming out with some new stuff. I will give you that. You guys know the Crafter Companions brand that they have? They have come out with some new stuff. First, they now have felt. It's not really thick felt, but
it's on a roll.
It is a roll of felt, and it's a pretty decent size piece of felt. Let me grab one.
Stop grabbing things.
Now, I think I showed this in a haul about a week ago, but they have green, yellow, orange, red, black, and I think blue and yellow. Yeah. But it's not very thick, but it's a lot.
Look at it go. Now roll it back up. Let's see it all roll back up. Put it away nice. Now they're talking about which Dollar Trees are nice and which ones are crap. Look at you go. It looks yummy from here, I'll say that much.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the thickest stuff, but it is nice. They've also got fat quarters they've started putting in. And this was the impressive one. Let's see if I can find him. Yep, right there. They have started putting in
I bought some of those.
rub-on transfers.
I don't think I bought the rub-on.
Now, I like these. These are kind of Tim Holtzy.
Did I get any of those?
I don't think so. But I like the way that they're separated nicely, so you can cut these apart and use them.
Next time we go back, I need to get some.
And then they have these.
I only bought some stickers.
And they do have some that are like gold, but to be honest with you, I don't like the gold ones. The gold ones are like America, USA. It's got like the Constitution stuff. Very 1976 kind of thing, you know, like, ooh, let's do our house in early mid-colonial. And then they have one that's like a dinner plate with forks, knives, and spoons on it. And then they have the letters, too, that are gold foil that are rub-on. But, like, I'd like to see ones that are just, are you listening, Dollar Tree? Can we have some that are like gold and silver that are just like, oh, I don't know, flowers, scroll work, you know, stuff we'd actually use, bars, things like that. Because That would be really helpful. Yeah, we have like right around me, I think I have 5 $6 trees within 5 miles of my house. One of them I actually complained to the district manager about, and they now have a new manager. And that's the one that's actually closest to me, because that store was a shit show. Like, you would go in and they have like that little section next to the registers, and there was no shopping carts because every shopping cart in that store was full of recovery that would never get put back. And the aisles looked like crap. And now they have all new staff, new manager, new assistant manager, and the store, we were in there the other day because it happened to be on our way home, and they were actually cleaning the place up. And I introduced myself to the manager, and I told her, I said, I've worked retail for years. And so, if you say no, that's cool. I will let you know that I do it in several stores. But now that you're getting this place under control, I'd like to be able to do my scavenger videos here. Gave her my card and everything. And she's like, oh, yeah, I heard about you from so-and-so, one of the other managers. And she's like, yeah, as soon as we get the store together, you're welcome to it. But please let me have a chance to clean the store up first. Yes, they need to do something about their washi tape. You know what, though? They had, for a while, and you could only get them in certain Dollar Trees, they actually had paper pads. It wasn't the greatest paper, but they were 6x6 pads, and they were nice. Like if you wanted to make like a card or something, or you wanted to craft something with your child or your grandkid or something, they were great for that. I used to buy them for my grandkids so that they'd leave me alone. Now I have to take them to Tuesday Morning and buy them, a 6x6 pad for $3 because they don't have them anymore. But they were cute, and they had cute little patterns on them and stuff. Really neat. But then they stopped carrying those. That's the problem with Dollar Tree. It's inconsistent. Like I was telling Amy, I was like, when we scavenger, we're going to have to stop at every Dollar Tree. And she's like, but there's a Dollar Tree. It's a chain store. Why would we? Because they all have different stuff. Every single one of them has different stuff. And I don't know if it's just like regional, but there's a lady that I watch she's in like, I want to say she's on the East Coast, like North Carolina maybe. And she gets stuff in her Dollar Tree we've never seen here. And then I get stuff, they don't have it. Because like sometimes I will send her pictures of stuff that I get in my Dollar Tree, and she's like, never seen it. So yes, I think Dollar Trees are regional. Good Lord, Rose. I'd die if I had hair like that again. I used to have it all the way to the ground. I went as Cousin It for Halloween one year. I needed glasses and a bowler hat. Yeah, Carol, you know who I'm talking about. What is Jody's Craft Room? That's what it is. It's Jody's Craft Room. And then what she does with some of that stuff, we're getting we're getting them. They're opening. Well, they were supposed to open before all of this started. So I don't know if they're still going to be opening them, but I have noticed that they haven't taken any of the signage down yet. But it looks like we're going to be getting Five Belows. And it's not a huge amount of craft stuff, but they have a lot of stuff that can be used. Because y'all know me, I'm all about finding different ways to use stuff not as it was intended. It's Dollar Tree crap. It's your packaging. Well, I am definitely going to try and get over there tomorrow and get this crap cut off my head because it's driving me absolutely bananas. And when my hair gets to a certain length, it's like, oh my God, there's so much of it. So, and it's summer and it's hot. And so I need to go and I need it cut and I need it thinned and I need it layered. Oh God, I'm going to be there forever. Poor gal that does my hair. Hi, Rebecca. Swedish fish. Yes, they do carry unusual candy. Now I gotta eat Swedish fish because you guys got me turned on to it. Okay, let me see if I have one. I know I do. Okay, so this is a Dollar Tree paper pad. Mini Deco paper. And it's thin paper. It's not heavyweight. And this is just one of the ones they have. This is like the party one. But they have like 5 or 6 different ones. You just have to like see which ones they have when you go in. They're 36 sheets for $1. It's not great paper, but it's not terrible either. And I like this, that they have it separated from up here. What I don't like is the fact that this pad is exactly just a hair under. It's like 5 7/8 by like 5 7/8. So it's not even a 6 by 6, and then you have to cut this part off. And that's like ½ inch. That's the only part I don't like. But if you're doing a card or something, it makes a good mat. You know, his parents can disapprove all they want, Curly. It's your damn head. In-laws suck. I know, I'm so lucky. Mine are dead. I had mine purple like 6 months ago, and I loved it. But I had to go back to my summer red. I'm lucky. My husband's family is like those people that think you shouldn't have kids until you're like in your early 30s. So by time we got married, his parents were already halfway out the door. I almost put his mother out the door, but he stepped in and saved her. She got to live for another 3 years. Hi, Esther. Oh. Okay, I think Harry went back and hit the catnip again because he's now curled up in my purse on the floor, passed out. We're just hanging out, being irreverent as always, Esther. Look, I decided to dye my hair purple. My mother was like, you know, that's not normal, right? I was like, yep, absolutely sure. It's not normal, old woman. But you know what? Your perm ain't normal either. You got straight hair. Let's get over it. My mother-in-law saw this fire engine red hair that I wear, looked at her son and went, is there something wrong with her hair? Was that a mistake? My husband, bless his soul, went, nope, and it only gets redder. Oh, damn. Yes, honey, this is from Dollar Tree. It's Jot. It's a Dollar Tree pad. Good night, Curly. Ooh. Aaron, did you slap him? Did you slug him? Did you hit him with a 2x4 upside his stupid, ignorant, chauvinistic head? Because, yeah. Damn. Oh, see, I'd have slapped him. I'd have slapped him and said, oops, sorry, I must have fallen into your stupid head, being that it was so large and in my way. Accidentally discharged a firearm into his foot. You know, something, anything to maim him. Slightly. Now watch. Someday I'm going to accidentally discharge a gun into somebody's foot, and they're going to come back and pick up this video and go, she planned it. Good night, Rose. Bye, honey. We love you. I got to get my nails done, ladies. This is looking bad. Daughter-in-laws aren't family. Carol, I'd like to see somebody say that to my ex-husband and his wife who come to my house for family dinners. You know, who come in and eat holiday meals and family dinners here at my home because we share children. Because if there's anybody who isn't a family member, it would have to be my weird wife-in-law. And she's still welcome here. Damn. That's some harsh shit right there. Oh, yeah. My ex-father-in-law, I loved him to death. Matter of fact, after his son and I split up, he bought me a new car. He loved me. You want to hear weird? My ex-husband and I were married for 17 years. Now, we didn't live together that whole 17 years. We were happily separated for about 5 of it. And then I got remarried, so we got divorced. Me, my current husband, and my ex-husband all went down to the courthouse to file the divorce papers together, which pretty much, I'm sure, made the clerk pee her pants. But 6 months after I married my husband, my ex-husband called me up and he said, would you do me a favor? And I said, what? He says, will you come over and perform my marriage? Because I'm going to marry her. And I said, do you really want to do that? And he said, yeah. And I said, fine. So I went and officiated my ex-husband's marriage to his current wife. Because you were married to him. They're still family. That's like, this is the thing I don't get. Like, Kim and Joe are married. And Kim's sister Jane is married to Mike. And Kim and Joe have children who, until they're 10 years old, know Mike as their uncle. But when Jane and Mike get divorced, Mike's no longer their uncle? Huh? That's still their uncle. That's who they know as their uncle, period. Divorce or no divorce, it's still their uncle. That's who they know it to be. So that's the way it should be. Look at it this way. You can fight with your ex, you can argue with your ex, you can do all that crap, but the only people that suffer from that are the people that you love. Because if you can't be in the same room together when your children graduate from high school or your grandkids graduate from kindergarten or birthday parties or any of that stuff, all you're doing is hurting them. You're not hurting your ex. So get over it. It's sad. It's sad that you lose those connections. Like my kids, my two youngest, Mike's children, they call my ex-husband Uncle John. So like my older kids, that's their dad. And my stepkids that I adopted, they call my ex-husband their uncle. It's just sad. People that think that just because you're getting a divorce, you have to hate each other. Sometimes people get divorced, especially today. People get divorced because they know they're not good together. And they know that it's a better thing for everybody. I think those people should be commended for taking that step and for realizing that, you know, we're sick when we're together, but we're healthy when we're apart. Mm. Wyoming, huh? I'm trying to find some place to live that isn't Kentucky. Honey, what about Wyoming? um, I don't want to live in Kentucky. What's in Kentucky? Skaters. Skaters. I don't know. I just don't like the way Kentucky looks. Tornado Alley. I don't know. Maybe I just don't want to move there because that's where hubby's fixated on. I don't know. Hupper figures if I sell my house in Vegas, this is why he wants to go to Kentucky. He figured if I sell my house in Vegas, the money that I get from the house, the sale of the house in Vegas, I can buy 100 acres in Kentucky, build a custom home, and at least 4 outbuildings, and still have money in the bank. Because of the way the economy is, Because like in Vegas, we're about to have a huge up, like the house values are going to go through the roof here because the Oakland Raiders are moving to Vegas and they move here next year permanently. They just finished building a stadium and everything. So house values, especially where I live, are going to skyrocket. So he's already figured out that at our current value, we can get almost 100 acres. It's like 96 acres, I think is the lot he's looking at. 96 acres in Kentucky and still be able to build what we want on it and still have money in the bank. So that's why he wants to move to Kentucky. That's why he's fixated on it. Because he looked at what we can get when we sell our house, what it's going to cost for the cost of living someplace else. And based on his retirement and my retirement, he says Kentucky gives us the best quality of life moving forward. Yeah. Right now, where my house value sits, it's already gone up like 17% in the last 3 years. And they're expecting it to continue to climb as the Raiders are here, because people from California, when they come here and they see a house the size that I have, they're willing to pay the price for it because it's way below the market in California, even here. Like the house I have here, let's say my house is worth $200,000. In California, the same house would be worth about $500,000. So they're willing to come here and pay $200,000 for my house. And this house was a custom built home. It's been in the family since the day it was built. So it's really a single owner home. And we've been living in it for almost 3 years. So we've been working on getting it modernized because like it had linoleum floor in the kitchen. It needs to be upgraded. The carpets needed to be replaced and the walls needed to be painted, but it wasn't like major maintenance because his dad was real anal about maintenance. But we could sell it, and the money that we get for it, we can go to Kentucky and buy a huge piece of land, build all the buildings that we want as far as a workshop for me and a workshop for him and a place for Hags, still have a main house, still have a garage that's separate from the home, and still have money that we could put in an equity account from the sale of this house in Kentucky. So financially, I get it. It makes sense. But it's Kentucky. Just never thought I've lived in New York City. I've lived in Paris. I've lived in London. I've lived in Los Angeles. I live in Vegas. He wants to move me to Kentucky. Do you see the there's no segue there? He wants to just let it kind of be. He wants to hunt on it. He wants to build a pond and stock the pond and fish. And then he wants to like put in a vegetable garden, like enough to sustain us and maybe, sell a little bit at a farmer's market and just let the rest of it grow. I mean, I've lived in like the most cosmopolitan cities in the world. And he's like, let's move to Kentucky. Where? Well, we're going to live on County Road. What? County Road what? What is a county road, honey? You want me to live how far from the local city? And the population is less than 50,000? Honey, that's not a city, that's a town. And I'm not even sure it qualifies as a town. Um, yes, Carol, I can. Good night, Aaron. All right, guys, we've been here for 2 hours. I'm going to go ahead and scoot on out of here. I still have a whole lot of tags to cut. So I'm going to go ahead and scoot up out of here. And I will see you guys next time. I'll see you Thursday at 3. Thursdays at 3. What are we doing this week? I think we're doing string art. So bring your string, bring your acrylic paint, grab some Ziploc baggies and paper. Don't forget the paper, guys. So thanks for hanging out with me. And until I see you again, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit the red button and subscribe. Like me, ring my bell, and share me with all your friends because I'm crazy and insane. And, you know, you never know what's going to happen. So until I see you again, bye-bye, guys.